Penis.
You guys, the instructions are you wait until I fucking start talking to do that. You know what the instructions are? I will not tolerate this. Next time this specific rule is broken, I'm taking inspiration away from people.
My penis listens to no man.
We have one rule! Fucking...
Welcome back to Nat19.
Welcome back to Nat19.
Vestige of Ophiuchus.
Heckin'.
Hi.
Heckin'.
Oh.
Welcome back to Nat19 Vestige of Ophiuchus, session 42.
Having a good time, ma'am?
Just keeping an eye on things.
From what I've seen going through everywhere, there are quite a number of people here to protect. I doubt we'll have another situation like we did the other day, at the very least.
I hope not. I thought if I remained somewhere visible, it may be good if people saw that somebody from the capital was watching over this place. They may feel more relaxed.
I'd actually wish to speak with you about that, if possible.
About people relaxing or about being from the capital?
Honestly, a little of both, to be fair. He'll approach a little bit more, just like...
I'm happy to entertain conversation with a knight like you. So, what would you like to talk about?
It would be my honor. I'd like to ask you a question about your being here, if you wouldn't mind, my lady. There is... Well, I don't wish to hold back anything, as last time. It would be dishonorable to do so. There are problems in this city. Grave ones.
Similar to what you'd brought up last time we talked.
Similar, yes.
Oh, my throat, sorry. Oh, I don't know if anyone heard that.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Similar, yes, but I've recently learned from the High Lord much more grave than I had originally anticipated. You know that the election is coming up, correct?
I do.
He had told me, and this may seem strange to bring up out of nowhere, that someone in your position could potentially also aid them in their vote for their election.
Oh, no.
This is not something that I wish to come to you if there was not need to, of course. I feel as if you came for this tournament, and bringing these politics up really doesn't suit me. I would much rather we just had our fun and had our fights. As I've
But
been
you would
nearly
like
decapitated
me-
now and threatened, I thought it would be something I should tell you.
You want me to use my authority as a royal knight from the capital to step in and vote for whomever it is you support, which, based on previous conversations, I take it is not Murkwire.
I would like you to vote for whomever you deem fit. I would like to see if you would vote at all. The people here, they're in need of new arrangements. And the ones that are currently being made are not the kind of people who will see this city through to its prosperity. I do not believe that Murkwire is someone who should be on this throne.
May
But
I ask why you believe that? From what I've seen of him, he's a popular public figure, and he has some knowledge on military matters. And it's true the country's heading towards war, or rather, the war that we're in intensifying. It's not wrong to think that a leader like Murkwire would be good, especially for the center of the continent's economic prowess. If this place were ever to fall, it would affect the entire continent. And if the war continues to become worse, this place will likely be attacked. Given that, his platform is fairly strong. So exactly what reasons do you have for distrusting him? And I mean ones that you can verify. Not things I would have to take your word for.
I will hold nothing back from you. I would see anyone on the throne other than him, because the man is dishonorable and a liar. I will not bring things forward that I cannot prove to you, as you just asked me to. But on my honor, I would see anyone on the throne other than him. I have defeated, with my friends, this man in battle. I have been threatened by him personally in the tournament. And this man, this person of the people that he claims to be, I have it on good authority that he was put in this position by people that have no interest in this place. No interest in seeing it risen up or fallen down.
And what kind of people would
who-
take that kind of interest?
I told you I would not bring anything to you that I cannot prove. Would you allow me to say them without proof?
I obviously can't properly consider anything that you can't prove.
Of course.
My authority as a royal knight is something that I have to use with a great deal of caution, though we can intercede in the politics of the various cities and kingdoms. It's not something that is encouraged among our ranks. It's an authority that we're given in case a High Lord were to try to stage a coup against the royal family. So if you're asking me to invoke that authority, I would need good grounds. But if you're just talking to me and trying to win me over, I suppose you can say anything that you want to.
I'm not good at lying, but if you have to have proof, I will do my best to get it. I will say this, since you have allowed me. I know who Murkwire works for. I met them last night. They are people known as the Talons of Azarul. I met with them as they unfortunately took off with a large gem that I was unable to protect at the end of my vigil. I was with several knights at the time, as well as very trusted members of my own guild. And again, I wish I could prove to you any of this, but all I have are the words of myself and my friends. This Murkwire is not who he says he is, and he's only gained the power he has because of those people. He is a thief, a bandit, and nothing more.
Who is working for a group that you call the Talons of Azarul?
It's the name we were given.
Specifically, I know one of them in particular.
The Black Talon.
Can you keep this to yourself?
If it is you telling me, I would have to oblige.
Officially, I'm here in the city because I wanted to take part in the celebrations of seeing off High Lord Morian. That's why I haven't given anybody my proper name, and I haven't tried to invoke my status. But the real reason is that I've been out of the capital for a very, very long time. I've been preoccupying myself hunting down members of the group that you just told me you know about. And when I heard about the telltale signs of them being in an area, that being the Soulless, I decided that I would come here and stick around for some time. Engaging in the tournament seemed like a good cover. A good way to make people overlook any activities I had in the city, and it would also introduce me to all sorts of interesting people who might be connected. Because the Talons, they have a tendency to go after the souls of powerful people.
We should mangle.
Hi, my name is Fenrir Silveron. Thank you.
Vogan's like, you're welcome, and she's like, thank you.
Two types of people.
Hey, Vogan! Can we speak to you for a second? There's three guards that are in front of that balcony, which the curtains of which are currently pulled open. One of the guards
Did you
has
murder
their
this
hand up.
person?
One of the guards has their hand up and is just beckoning over to you like, "Hey, can we speak to you for a second?"
I'll look back at the guard. Yeah. Well, I'll go.
The three of them are currently standing in front of one of the balconies, outside of which the Vindy appears to be standing back to the building, looking out towards the city. But whenever you walk over, the guards are just like, "Just wanted to let you know that a bit later, Miss Maxpire would like to have a word with you.
Sure.
She is slightly distracted right now. She said that we were to prevent anyone from..." He's like looking back towards her. She likes to have quiet time every now and then. A lot.
I get that.
But she would like to speak to you later whenever she is out and about. Preferably before any announcements are made later. We'll come looking for you. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You as well. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, I'll head back towards Keen. He's still just meditating.
Yep.
What would you like to do when you approach him?
I'll sort of like go to the wall next to him, sort of lean back onto it. You know it's a party, right?
I have never been one for this kind of celebration.
Neither have I. Still trying, though.
I take it then that the goodwill of these people in this city means something to you.
A little bit.
It means nothing to me. I have wandered a long time looking for feats of strength to overcome, to make myself stronger. This is only one more. And when it's done, I'll happily leave this city and never see it again.
You are just a fountain of positivity. Well, you enjoy your party how you want. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. You're free
What
to
do you
join
hope
us.
to accomplish? I wonder.
A lot.
You follow the way of blue metal, but all those that have followed it to its end have only found tragedy.
What's one more drop in the bucket of tragedy?
Since we last talked, have you spoken to Elmira?
I have.
And were they forthcoming about everything that they did?
They were.
Then between Elmira and me, you should have a strong idea of what your future holds.
I do. But redemption is difficult to achieve. I'm choosing to forgive her for what she's done in the past. I'm not saying you should. She did a lot. It's easier to move forward with your life when you let go.
Elmira spent her entire life, or at least the time I knew her, talking about how unforgivable this continent was, how what it had done could never be repaired. And then, in its darkest moment, fled, and somewhere along the way she conceded. She betrayed everything that she had ever taught me. If you think the current Elmira can be forgiven, that's fine. But she spent hundreds of years as a warmonger. She convinced me that was the right path as well. All I've been left with is the knowledge that none of it matters. That Retia and Cahulas don't matter on a grand scale. That all you can do is become stronger for yourself. I feel like you maybe once knew that, but you've lost your way.
I didn't really lose my way. I just found a new path. It's more difficult, that's for sure. But I think I'll come out stronger in the end.
That will be put to the test, like I told you before. My only intention is to beat you down and crush your spirit so thoroughly that Elmira will have to come out and face me herself. Or if she's too much of a coward, maybe if I make an example of you, it'll finally crush her spirit as well. Either way, I intend to break everything you believe in this tournament.
You're welcome to try. I welcome the challenge.
He'll just say as he's walking away, just,
You're welcome to join us. It is a party after all. Have some fun. Let down that rough exterior for at least a little bit, huh?
He doesn't seem to respond.
didn't expect he would. And I'll keep walking.
Hot, cold,
Can I say
cold,
something?
black.
You're right.
No.
Oh my god.
Can I please say something?
Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
He said after wall.
He did.
You leave him.
Anyway,
You
moving
did.
on.
You
Would you
did
like
say
to
after
come
wall.
hang out with us after
But it
wall?
doesn't matter. It's fine.
I love him.
It's all right. I've
But
been
also,
saying
yeah.
I've been saying continent every time I mean to say country, and I am fucking in charge of everything you guys believe. So don't
But
you
you're
worry
not
about
as
missing.
cute as a Woo
messing up.
Mogan.
I just said missing. There you go. You're forgiven. I meant to say
No.
messing. I said missing. Don't you worry about it. You have fun.
Ooh, woo.
The way of blue metal is actually the way of the woo.
I will
The way of
break
woo-woo.
everything that you believe in.
The way of blue metal.
The way of blue metal.
I will go back to mingling. Attempting
Good
to mingle.
boy.
Gonna beat
I
up
want to
King.
go hang out with heckin' Fume and Star Wars girl.
I'll be
Star
faster.
Wars girl.
Yeah, it's
Tell
fine.
my boyfriend he is the
You want to go hang out with Flume and Blister? All right, Aaron. What kind of shenanigans are we gonna do? All of our duties are done. How are we gonna crash this party? How are we
Wow.
gonna show Summergrass how to really party?
Shit.
Do drug. No.
Yeah!
I got this
Hell
giant
yeah,
bag
that
of cocaine.
time.
Fucking whoa.
Luckily, Kitty always brings his party cocaine.
It's different from the regular
business cocaine.
Damn it.
There is a business cocaine and there's a party cocaine.
The baggie for the business cocaine just has
Oh.
a type. Strong.
I'm back! Fume and Blister are both sitting. They both appear to be drinking quite a bit. Fume more so than Blister. 1 second while I grab a thing.
Such a VV.
As you go over, you see that also sitting at the table there appears to be an elderly couple who are just sitting beside them fairly inconspicuously, also just eating what appears to be a stew. Oh, friend! You have done very well in the tournament. I was hoping to speak with you. He stands. Come sit.
I'll go ahead and sit. Or there you go. That's a seat, sort of. Oh no, I can't put myself on the seat.
Oh no!
What's even the point?
What even is the point?
Did you just move Blister's token to make room for yourself?
I didn't do that. I did.
Whoever did that is maybe putting a bit too much value in the map.
Ridiculous.
I like the map.
It's fine. I
Friend
have enough
Vulcan.
NPCs.
It is very good to see you again, in friendly situation. Pity we did not get to fight in tournament, but is what is.
Yeah, a bit bummed about that, actually. I was looking forward to fighting you, but
Indeed.
you did well yourself, though.
I was eliminated first round of first round.
That is...
But thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm sure
your
you would have done
compliment.
great.
I do not believe you have met my parents. These are parents. He motions over to these very milquetoast-looking human elderly people.
One of them just raises their hand. Hello, dear. You're
I
fighting
see the
in
resemblance.
tournament as well.
Yes, it is a mystery how this happened. We are not certain.
Oh my god.
We don't get it either.
Oh, sweetie, you were adopted.
What?
Look, good to meet you. Your son is very strong.
Who did that?
He kicked our asses at one point.
Yes, but you have grown much since then. For one, lightning sword.
Yeah, it's really nice.
You did not have that last time we fought.
I found it.
Like in a bush or whatever.
Bush.
The bush of lightning sword.
In any case, you are party and you are celebrity at party. What brings you to our table?
I just felt like socializing. Saw a friendly face.
I
Maybe
see.
share a drink.
Yes, have drink. He pushes a very large tankard towards you.
Saw a friendly face and Blister.
I'm Blister.
And Star Wars girl.
Blister is leaning back, feet up on the table. Two legs of the heck in the stool is leaning back slightly, and she's just drinking.
Quite the interesting battle you had there, Blister.
I would have preferred if the battle I had been fair, as opposed to being against 3 invisible enemies. But I'm glad that it was me that was in it, because if it had been anybody else, it may have ended in disaster. And your friend may have been dead if I wasn't there. So I suppose that makes us even. Would you not agree?
May?
You ain't here getting me.
Get out of here.
He had agreed, but I want to know from you as well. Does that make us even for trying to kill you before?
Sorry, wow.
Don't die.
Oh, I'm dying.
No! Stop it.
Enemies for life it is then.
No.
You just see her take some poison out and put it in your stew.
I'd say that makes us even, yeah. Hopefully we won't fall into each other's debts once again.
It is a situation we try to avoid.
So you guys having fun at the party?
Well, we are perfectly willing to be, social, but people do not generally enjoy socializing with people of our sort. I am working Volcano. She is Demon. We are happy to have this table.
That is fair.
Unfortunately, due to the nature of this, I imagine I will not be receiving a sponsorship, despite my performance. Have you been spoken to by any of the merchant lords up until now?
I haven't spoken to any directly, but I've been told by some guards that Vindy wants to talk to me. I hope it's about the sponsorship thing. Who could say?
Within the next couple of hours, I imagine they will be announcing who they'll be supporting. That is the purpose of tonight, I believe. Then, I'm rather hoping they announce who will be fighting tomorrow,
Same.
so that I can prepare.
Who you hoping to fight?
Out of those that I have seen in the tournament, I suppose I would be best equipped, likely, to fight against Fenris.
Yeah, I can see that. Honestly, I do hope you get to fight her. She just got sweet-ass armor that resists everything I fucking do!
I see.
Oh, buddy.
My abilities are at their peak whenever I'm facing those that benefit from magic, and many of the people in the tournament do not use it at this point. In contests of strength, magic users often get taken out early.
Yeah, she's done real well.
Who do you hope to face?
A dog.
Dog.
You too,
I
Kane!
feel like I could beat a dog.
Bark at you too,
I look up the stairs.
Oof.
I just hope I don't fight Fenris or Quintus. Not because they're my teammates, because they have things that resist everything I fucking do!
You guys hear him screaming over there?
Yes. Hey, Kitty, Vogan's screaming about me again.
Why do I keep sneezing? It's like someone's talking about me.
She raises up her much smaller mug of ale towards you as you begin to take off.
Whatever happens in the matches tomorrow, if I do face you and I lose, I want you to know there are no hard feelings. However, if I do defeat you, and if you find that you can never let go of that defeat, I pray you one day get over it.
He raises his glass, stealthily drink his ale. Just like he slams it onto the table.
Through the mask.
Yeah. It's a nice filter.
Oh.
And I will head on out. I say goodbye to
Goodbye,
Fume
friend
and his
Vogan.
grandparents. Yeah.
I hope that my friend crushes you in tomorrow's match. Also, good luck.
Thanks. I hope to crush her too.
One of the elderly man just raised his hand.
Very nice to meet you. Have a nice day, Vogan.
You as well. Enjoy the party.
It has been quite nice.
Good. I'm glad.
And I walk away.
You have lovely friends, son.
They are good.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. You're doing it for her. Is there a guard there?
There is not in front of this one.
Oh, this is so much easier than my situation.
Brad,
Okay.
I can't believe you're about to go and do this right in front of Buffalo.
He is 50 feet down.
Salad.
He knows where my heart truly lies.
Oh
I
shit.
love that green boy. Oh,
I have no reason for asking beyond wondering if you want to, again, keep things secret, or do you want to, keep these boys
I
around?
think we shall keep things secret.
Ah,
I guess I suppose.
I wonder what they're doing.
So rude. I'm
Man, I don't know.
Are they
I
gonna
like keeping a secret.
kiss?
They're gonna
I have before. They're gonna
Logan and
kiss
Brett are just gonna
again.
roleplay screwing for a little bit.
Hell yeah!
Just right here on Twitch. That's what we're going
Right
to
here
do.
on
Go for
Twitch.
it.
Hell yeah.
Heck
Too
is-
hot for
Twitch
Twitch.
needs.
I don't
I
know.
am-
It's fine either way.
We'll stay here for the sake
Yeah,
of fucking-
simplicity.
But I need to
thing.
pee. Go to a private call.
Then go ahead. This is one of the few
Necessary?
games where you can definitely wander away for a second.
Am I early or late or on time? Just still poking her head in. She doesn't have permission to come in. Ah!
You are on time if you think you are. I could get into this myself, but do you think that you'd want to help me out?
Of course, you helped me out after all. Your hair looks nice down, by the way. I know you put it up because fighting and all of that, but
I tie it
nice.
back just because I thought it looked good, but
it
I'm
looks
not
good
against
tied
it.
up too. I'm bad at this. Just hands in head. Oh.
And she continues undressing.
So, new armor? Did you?
Indeed. This is being given to me by Agravane. It seems like after working with Agravain, with everything that happened with you, she prefers to back Iocane. Said something about making us proper functioning members of society, but all that matters to me is I'm being given armor forged in the city of Brass.
Yeah, she is from the city of Brass, huh? And I don't think you guys could ever be mellowed out like that. Very cool armor. Just like runs fingers over the rippling letters as like, I'm taking it off to help her get the top half on.
So, Fenris, at this
Yes.
point, Tantia would be wearing basically nothing. I need you to roll
Wow.
a general wisdom check.
Okay.
This isn't for anything like what you think it is.
No, I just think it's funny. Oh, come on!
You a bit distracted, Fenris? It's a nice 4 you got
Wow.
there.
Do you know what it does? The armor?
Yeah, absolutely. It mostly makes fire happen, from what I understand. Agravain told me that I would become attuned to it and figure out what it could do just by wearing it. But the general explanation that I was given was that it allows whoever's wearing it to resist extreme elements, be they cold or hot, by regulating the temperature of their body. It can superheat, and fire can come out of the vents in it. She made some passing remark about it suiting me, since apparently I never cool off. Again, didn't really pay much attention to what she was saying outside that she was giving me armor.
I can see why. It's pretty cool and hot at the same time. It regulates heat, you assholes!
Wearing it, a person would become completely immune to the effects of fire and mostly resistant to becoming too cold.
I haven't had a chance to ask Aviana, by the way, in the last 20 to 30 minutes. We did sit down and eat, though.
That's fine, take as much time as you need to.
You notice the mood changes slightly, not extremely, but there is a slight change in mood.
No, this isn't, it's not nearly as intricate as your armor is, but I wouldn't mind help getting it on.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Sure.
To- didn't forget I was holding it at all. And Fenris, like, start helping her put it on.
I've never been very good at not just speaking my mind, so I'm very sorry. But
No, it's totally awesome.
but what exactly are we? I'm fine with whatever you want. I just wanted to know.
I really like you, Tanti. I really do. And it sounds like we're going to be around each other quite a bit. And wherever I go, if you go, it seems like this is something that'll be ongoing.
I think I've already made it pretty clear what I'm going to be doing and how I feel.
And I would say I feel the same.
So what are we?
Is
You
there a
seem
name
really
for it?
you seem really focused on leaving things unsaid.
I don't know if I know how to say it. I've really only been the second option. Or the here for a night and gone the next. So when people stay, it's a word I don't think I know how to use. Together? Around each other? Enjoying each other's company all the time? I don't know. All I know is at the end of whatever this is, I still want to be with you. Time. Long time.
You're really focused on circumstances, huh?
Seems like circumstances has been really focused on me.
I mean, are we just the fact that we're around each other?
No. 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 You're really just an incredibly interesting person. And you're so much fun to be around. You're such a strong person, and it's hard for me to understand why someone like you would spend the time to get to know me as well as you have.
Well, I was hired to. Initially.
Initially, but you stuck around past then.
That's how I usually live my life. Whatever my heart tells me to do, I do.
Well, I mean, you've said what your heart tells you to do. And I'm fine with doing things your way.
What is my way?
Going with whatever the moment tells you.
Which is...
Fenris will smooch her!
Finally, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! That was like pulling teeth even for me! It's all
She
good.
pulls you in close to her.
Hugs you strangely affectionately for her, considering how tough she normally is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine to be whatever you want me to be. I just want to know what that is at any given time. That said, I have maybe only one condition before I can really think that you and I are together.
Sure. Shoot.
I need to either kick your ass or you need to kick my ass.
I
I
think
still
that can
haven't
be
seen you
arranged.
fight like you told me that you would.
Oh, I'll show you a good fight. You watch out. I don't care about none of this armor. Cold resistant or whatever. I'll show you I can fight a good fight. You've just got to bring it as well.
She, like, moves back from you, leans back on her heel, crosses her arms, smiles, and a little bit of fire escapes the vents on her arms whenever she does. She will grab Fenris around and move Fenris back towards the balcony. She's going to kiss her much more passionately than the previous one.
Were we supposed to be out in this armor? Tantia, be honest.
It's not like
Did it-
anybody has really told anybody that it's what we got from the sponsors yet, so I don't see why not.
That's fair.
But
That's
if you
fair.
don't want to be wearing it, then I suppose we could put it all back.
Just imagine Agravain and the High Lord's daughter just like calling out for their names, just like, hey, where
are
are they
you
at?
guys?
Hello.
How long does this armor take to put back on?
How long does that take to put back on? It would be medium armor. She's wearing light armor, so like a minute. Yours would be about 5 minutes, but you have help, so 2
Are we
minutes
going
on and
2
off.
for 2 parties? Because I think we're going 2 for 2 parties.
Oh,
Of absolute
A lot
ruin
like
and
the last
debauchery.
situation. A lot like the last situation where this happened in. You're with someone that's not going to say no, so it's really
Nice.
kind of up to you.
It's a party, Logan. Let's party!
saying, Jesus, Fenris really likes to party.
Damn.
Fuck.
Get
Listen
the party
here.
cocaine.
No, and not the business cocaine? Come on.
So just because it's the meme. Yo, Fenris, could you go ahead and...
I would like to use another inspiration.
I bet you would.
That's
Your
a good
your
you.
performance is still set to con. I don't think it was ever changed back.
You haven't performed. See.
Could you go ahead and roll a constitution-based performance check?
God. Well, here I go. Jeez.
Roll a 1.
Fuck off.
Last time you got really good.
That's pretty good.
19's
Wow.
pretty good.
Heck
Bam.
yeah.
Good
Show us.
lord.
Show us the roll, Logan. Show us.
So Fenris had a good time.
Oh my god!
Fenris knows how to kick 'em.
Feelings right now.
So,
Oh no.
so everybody else, we're not going to be seeing Fenris for a while.
You know what the worst part about all this
She
is?
got
What's that?
killed. She's
Well, I mean, the last time she did this, she like didn't do it again with the person after. So now I have to find another person for Fenris.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Don't-
hey now.
I'm right here.
I will say, did not expect things to go where they did. Becca.
Nope.
killed.
We were all just
Dead.
sitting here,
You've
just
been
like,
killed.
man.
Actually murdered.
Hey, murdered in that way by Tantia. I don't think you can complain. Fuck
And
yeah,
this-
indeed.
Pelvis
And this is my-
destroyed.
My sponsor,
I
Fenris
had
Silveron,
snoo.
wobbles to
That's what it is. She just comes out limping.
Hey,
Oh my god.
This is your
Fenris, you're
strategy
gonna
to
be
win
able
the
to
tournament.
compete.
It's your strategy in the tournament.
listen
That's how
to
she
me.
fucks her out.
Just fuck her into a coma. She can't
Oh my
compete then.
god.
I am drinking something. Honeydew nearly came out of my nose.
As you walk over, she looks over towards Quintus in particular and stands up, looks out to the crowd.
Looks like one of the competitors of the tournament has decided to join in.
He just looks like he's about to get into the pool, like, huh?
And your request, Quintus?
Looks over, like, did not expect to get called out.
What sort of music does the son of House Valorbilt like to hear?
Well, it's a party, isn't it? I'd say, give us something we can dance to.
Have you ever heard of the Devil's Three-Way?
Oh, she'll hear of that lambkin.
I've been entertaining all these bozos for quite some time. Why don't you take the lead? I'll back you up for once.
Okay, you guys.
I'm
What
going to try and
instrument are you
lead
playing?
everyone into... I'm playing my Cittern.
Of course.
I'm going to try to lead everyone into something along the lines of, I think, Story of Tonight from Hamilton.
Oh!
So yeah, I'm going to need...
Oh.
It's a good one.
How dare you?
That's real good.
So what brings you my way?
You're a hard person to go and try to talk to, you know?
Seems like I've always got something going on, especially here. It's gonna be a shame when I have to leave this city. I think they're starting to like me.
I'd say that's an understatement. It's hard not to like someone like you.
You are far too kind.
I wanted to come over and have a chat, but looks over at everything. Something like this is nice too.
Whatever it is you wanted to talk about, can you not speak about it in front of people?
She's like whispering through the music, effectively, just being very like,
Oh no, that's not it at all. I just wanted to enjoy your company. Nothing nobody else can has to be unaware of this time.
It's quite rare that one of you comes to find me without wanting something from me.
I suppose we do ask you for quite a lot. Is there anything we can do for you?
I'm perfectly fine with just having your company. You have been rather dodgy in that regard lately.
What can I say? Everything's been going rather fast lately. It's hard to worry about things like that whenever everything that's been going on. Yesterday in particular, I nearly, well, spoke my last. And I didn't want, what I said, I didn't want the last conversation I had with you to be me asking for help. I wanted to speak and see if you wanted to perhaps play some music with me sometime.
And what instrument, pray tell, do you play? Quintus Valorant.
nothing quite as good as you or Kitty, of course. But I've been classically trained. Perhaps I could play for you sometime.
I shouldn't think that would be a problem. If you ever want to have a private lesson, I would happily indulge.
He just gives a
Tonight,
a smile.
however,
she like stands.
I'd say the public has a certain demand of me.
She presses into it. The performance, that is. Unless there's anything else in particular that you want to do there. Most of it would be just taken up with you guys entertaining the crowd.
Aviana, are you okay? You're kind of like looking around and looking all sad and looking at your ride and looking around. You're like, what's going on?
Is something wrong?
No, just keeping an eye out.
For what?
You know, I said I'd watch Edrigan, so it's,
Why is he gonna do something?
You were at the meeting, right?
Okay.
I'm just working.
Okay, but you were like also like looking over to where Fenris went, and you also like looked back at that guard you were talking to earlier.
Just keeping an eye out.
Do you think that guard's gonna hurt Edrigan?
Do you think he works for Murkwire?
Just genuinely laughing at that thought.
Should we take care of him before he makes a move?
No. The day Rory ever tries to hurt... No.
Anyone.
Anyone. He's an idiot, but he's not that level of... No.
You keep saying that you don't like him, but then you're like looking at him and now you're like laughing and smiling, like thinking about him. So I think maybe you like him a little bit.
Well,
indeed, you seem quite flushed when you speak of him.
I've known him all my life. We're
Aw.
pretty familiar. He helped me out of some tight spots, so...
Like what?
When you're caught stealing in the Platinum District multiple times, having a guard as a friend is, beneficial. Hey, you gotta keep food in your mouth somehow, right? Well, would you be mad at somebody if they didn't have any choice?
Probably not.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I feel like you always have a choice, though.
Well, of
Indeed.
course, but sometimes life presents you with a situation that's unavoidable.
Perhaps this just only seems unavoidable because you haven't thought of the proper solution yet.
I mean, you seem super talented, so I feel like there's like lots of ways that you can make money that aren't like stealing things.
I mean, now, yes. But back then, no. It's a long, long story.
Had you not discovered your considerable talents yet?
That's a good question.
Those were built over time and a lot of hardship to get there, to get to where I am now. Life throws you a curveball and you just have to go with it. And sometimes you meet your best friend and oftentimes your worst enemy.
So he's your best friend.
Pardon me?
So he's your best friend?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, you said that, although indirectly.
So, how long have you been in the highest standard, Flux?
Like 2 days.
2 days. I would die for these people.
It took him a bit. He was on probation for a little while because we weren't sure about letting him in.
For a day.
For a day. He was on probation for a day.
It was a hard day. I had to get so much Siskety.
Ah, so the Siskety is your hazing, so to speak.
She then remembers that she was given Siskety.
Yep. So handshakes and Siskety are how you bring people into the highest standard, I see.
Whenever you go up there, you see the fox moving in around some of the rocks that are up here. There's actually quite a bit of obstruction to be able to see across the top of this area between the steam, the fences, and the rocks, but it moves around, and assuming that you trail after it, you eventually see, silhouetted against the setting sun, a female figure and a large draconian figure standing, looking out towards the city and speaking, who you fairly immediately recognize to be Murkwire and Diane.
Absolutely no.
As you guys begin to stealth over there, you dart in and around the various rocks, and you hide up beside the fox. When you do, the fox gets as low to the ground as it can. You see its ears perk up like it's trying to listen in as well. Whenever you guys get close, it like taps its foot twice on the ground as if to be like, get down. You guys get over to it, and listening over there, you faintly hear what sounds like the end of a conversation as the two are speaking. To not waste too much time going into it, you effectively hear what seems like Diane registering that something is an interesting prospect, but not necessarily what's for the best for them. And Murkwire effectively leaving off with a sentiment that boils down to, like, think about it. If you guys want to keep listening for a while, you may be able to pick up additional details, but it seems like you've arrived at the end of a conversation. The vibe that you get from them is, it is largely, it feels like a negotiation of some kind. The body language seems reserved. They're not looking at each other, they're standing looking off at the setting sun, almost seemingly like both are trying to look past one another. You know these two have spoken before, to some extent, because you know that Diane once had an alliance with Murkwire in regards to stealing research until Murkwire's whole group, i.e. Scandal, ruined that for them. So you know that there is a certain rapport that they would have, but the vibe you get is tense, uncertain. They don't feel like two allies that are speaking. They don't feel like two people that are on even footing. As soon as you continue to listen, eventually their conversation breaks. You see Diane turns entirely the other way, still doesn't make eye contact with Murkwire. She puts her hand up to her face, pushes her glasses up. She has the same sort of look on her face that she had whenever you guys met with and did business with her, as opposed to the more slightly more airheaded look that she normally has when acting as a secretary. And the main thing you hear at the end is just a very curt,
the main thing that appeals to me is being able to do my business however I want. So, I suppose I'll put some thought into that.
To which she begins walking away, and you hear Murkwire, not turning to her, Murkwire continuing to look at the setting sun as light continues to leave the sky, saying just loud enough for her to hear as she leaves. Then it should appeal to you. I look forward to your answer. Diane walks back towards you guys and seems to walk entirely past you. If she notices you, then you don't have any indication that she does. You are hidden behind a rock. There is a fair amount of steam around here, so the area is
also,
lightly
she doesn't
obscured.
really know two of you.
That's true. She, well, no, she knows Flux.
Oh, fuck.
She has a photographic memory. She saw Flux once, ergo that's locked in.
Heck. I've been compromised.
That's true.
As she passes by, you notice the fox at your feet seems to, almost in an exaggerated way, ducks behind one of you and like curls up into a tiny little ball. And as soon as Diane walks all the way away, the fox uncurls and again, with an over-exaggerated gesture, just puts its arm up and like wipes its little fox head as if wiping away sweat.
Stop being adorable. I know who you are.
I'm looking at the fox, looking back at Lexi, looking
Lexi
at
is
the fox.
glaring at her like.
Lexi, do you know this fox at all?
Maybe. Fox, you're Scandal, aren't you?
It leans back slightly, puts one of its hands on its chest like, what? Me?
Heads up!
It has a deeply offended look. The fox then puts its hand up to its ear as if it's being called, and it seems to take off back towards the stairs.
We should get out of here.
Alright.
Oh, Scandal, she's a bitch. Don't worry about it. Right, where you go?
Squinting. What?
We should get back downstairs.
She's a bitch. I thought she was a fox.
Before they see us.
Alright.
Okay.
So the likelihood of our boy Murkwire being able to see you guys through those checks you did is incredibly low. But to be fair to our boy Murkwire, I'm gonna roll one anyways.
Oh no.
Why would you want to be fair to fucking Murkwire?
Yeah, no,
he's
we
the
don't want
hero
to
of this story.
Oh,
Haven't you figured that out yet? You guys are the villains. He's trying to save this country.
Oh no.
Yeah, sure he is.
Shit.
I will bring this
Have you
country into
looked
the
at
ground if that's
yourselves
really what he
lately?
wants.
You guys hired a demon and a death droid.
Demon, thank you very much.
In an alternate timeline, he fucking turned on our friend and ate her.
What? That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
If he's actually working to help this city, then I'm going to destroy this city.
Just a fucking. I guess then we're enemies, Quintus.
I'm not going to tell you until it's time.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm not going to tell you until it's time.
Heckin',
Alright, let's go.
Murkwire doesn't seem to give you guys any regard. He continues just looking out towards the setting sun. You guys manage to head back with no issue. As you head down, you see the fox is still bounding down the stairs, and if you were to follow it, you would see that it runs out and along the balconies, over to one of the balconies, slips past some guards, and slips out of sight entirely.
Okay, so we should probably go tell the others about what we, kind of just heard. Quintus and Miriam are probably the best people to tell, because Fenris and Hickey and Vogan still need to be mingling. And we were gonna go find them to dance anyway, so let's go.
We return to our friends whom are hopefully still playing music.
They are still dancing and playing.
Yay!
We
For
go
the
to
sake of getting everybody involved, shall we assume everyone convenes in that area?
Yes.
I feel like Fenris
not
is still
you.
fucking-
You're busy.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
would
convening
look-
anywhere.
I would
You're
look for
convening
Vogan.
in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
Bogan, there are plenty of people to
I find
introduce
Vogan.
yourself to over here.
Yeah.
Like, hey! You
Yeah?
got a minute?
Yeah, I
She's
got a
ready
minute.
for you. Come on up.
No,
Here I go.
we want to make Vogan dance. Logan.
Good
Let
luck.
him dance.
I go up.
Listen, he can dance if he wants to.
He can leave
Leave
his
his friends behind.
Oh shit! Topical!
You head back up. You see the three guards be like, invite you over to the balcony. They usher you over to where Vindy is, who is now turned partially towards it, towards the main area. As you enter in past onto the balcony, they close the curtain behind you.
Is there anything that you'd like me to get you while you're here? And thank you for coming, by the way. Can I get you tea, food?
No, I'm good, thanks.
My name
Not
is
hungry.
Vindy Maxspire, and it's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I understand that you've been doing some work with our High Lord.
A little bit. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, hi, I'm Bogan.
Perfect!
I've heard that one.
I practice the way of blue metal. I'm on a pilgrimage at the moment. I'm also part of the Highest Standard Guild, which you might have heard already.
Oh yes, I've heard very much about them, and not just from the tournament. I've heard that you have caused quite a stir among the other merchant lords, that you are close friends with Edragan, and that you are not fairly well liked by the likes of Vincent and Margaret, from what I've heard.
Yeah, a lot of opinions being thrown around. I'm not one for politics.
I generally try to keep my head down as well. But unfortunately, I am the eldest of the merchant lords currently running in the city, so my involvement is mandatory oftentimes. I think sometimes the things that we don't tell people can be the most important. Would you agree with that?
He'll sorta squints like, I guess.
You should take time to reflect. Life can be chaotic. When we can seize a chance to relax and escape ourselves, it can help us in the long run. I think on that note, I would like to offer my sponsorship to you, Shrouded Swordsman. You've kept much about yourself hidden. Your identity is an outright mystery. You don't even seem to have a last name. As someone who appreciates mystery myself, I thought that it might be worth casting in my lot with you.
You're playing a dangerous game there.
That's all I really have left at my age, I'm afraid. The city has become rather boring over the last 30 years. I'm not hoping that the city falls into any major turmoil, but High Lord Morian has done a good job making sure that it's mostly free from any, undue violence until recently.
Yeah.
This tournament has been very exciting, and I suppose that's just awakening something within me. I also think that the other merchant lords, prim and proper as they are, might appreciate the upset that would be someone like you being sponsored by one of us. Are you interested?
Very, actually.
As you know, we merchant lords are to give a sponsorship of sorts that we think will assist you in the upcoming matches in the tournament. I believe the other merchant lords have likely prepared theirs and will be revealing them tonight, but I had a different idea in mind for you.
What is this?
Some time ago, a dwarf who was something of a shut-in, an inventor, named Genshi, used to live near the edge of the common district. He went a little bit mad. I believe he contracted amnesis. It is said, by some that knew him, that he was working on something in the basement lab that he kept under his home. Nobody has been willing to go near it. My sponsorship to you is that I have purchased the rights to his property and everything on them, and I give you full permission to loot whatever it is that is underneath. Given what I've heard about him, I believe there's something there that you would find most useful. However, he was a deranged inventor. It may be dangerous, and if you want to be able to use it, you're going to need to go tonight.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that. Thanks.
You seem somewhat out of place to me. What are you doing here?
At the party or in general?
Among the other, as it were. You're certainly not among your own kind. I don't care to know exactly what your kind is, if you don't care to tell me. but you have hidden your face since the moment you came here. I take it you're not like many other people here, are you?
Not at all. You wouldn't find anyone else like me here.
So why are you here? Interesting answers only. Embellish if you would.
I guess you could say I'm on the path to redemption. Yeah.
What did you do that was so horrible?
He'll pull back his hood.
I have done horrible things. Things that I regret now, looking back on everything.
She seems unfazed when you pull your hood back.
I met someone who has been helping me. My master, actually, put me on the path. This is just part of the journey. Meeting everyone in the highest standard. Being in this tournament is not planned, but I think it's helping.
Life can put you in places you never expected to be, around people you never expected to be helping. I don't believe that you require redemption. And just between you and me, I haven't lived an entirely savory life myself. I believe that whatever you're doing in the moment is what matters. Well, I understand that your group is on the side of Edrigan winning the election, and I wanted to say, I would like to be kept out of that decision. But I only say that because if you do accept this sponsorship, you have my support in whatever other endeavors you have in the city. And should my candidate for High Lord prove to show that they are worthy of sitting on the throne, I am more than certain they would be willing to lend their help as well.
Would you mind telling me who it is?
I'm afraid that is a secret.
Well, I guess I should get moving if I want to grab those items.
Tonight we will be announcing not only the sponsorships, but also the next matches and who you'll be fighting. You will be required to be present for this. So, head out after that. It was very nice talking to you.
It was nice meeting you. And talking to you.
If you ever need a better set of clothes for a gathering like this, please reach out. That is my specialty. You look a little bit haphazard, I'm afraid.
Yeah, unfortunately due to the, my skin condition. Can't exactly dress up in a lot of things.
I'm sure that we can work around that.
If I feel the need, I'll get in contact, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good rest of the party.
All right. I'll exit the room.
Spinning
Lexi,
his arms around and like jumping around.
you hear... Lexi, you hear a pretty resounding crash, the sound of wood thumping coming from off behind you. That is rather startling to what you guys do, and when you turn to see it, you see a figure wearing white clothing, having landed, disrupting dust, having jumped from the balcony above down onto one of the tables.
No.
Standing up, arms crossed, head and shoulders despite his rather small stature above the crowd, you see Flint just looking down at you with a very large smile on his face.
Are you gonna pay for the stuff that you just broke?
I didn't break anything. Besides, it's a party.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, he says, turning, putting his arms out.
But this party was meant to celebrate all the people moving on to the next rounds, right? And that means that we poor schmucks that got disqualified, we never got to properly compete against one another, did we?
Technically.
You guys are so
I guess.
keen on dancing out the night.
He puts one foot in front of the other.
Maybe this is how we should settle who the best of the worst is.
Loser bracket dance battle?
Thanks. I hate it.
Fight! Dance! Fight! Dance! Kitty, Myra, you have to win!
Dance fight? Dance fight?
Dance fight! It's a dance fight!
How do you dance fight?
I think you just dance.
You just do whatever comes naturally. What's wrong? You scared you're not gonna come out on top? I thought you were supposed to be dexterous.
Why are you being so mean?
You show him, Lexi!
His expression softens. He's like, ugh.
I'm in love with
I have been waiting for this.
Hold it!
I am going to, how you say, break a move.
I'll participate.
Yeah!
Very reluctantly, I'm still giving myself disadvantage.
We need to have our battle, Gunwitch.
I don't know.
I heard there was a competition to be had, so here I am.
Bring it, Matthew Patel.
Anybody want to put a little wager on it? To which people immediately start ignoring him and like shoving him.
I'd like to stare Miriam down. I'd like to dance off with Miriam.
Oh shit!
A dance competition? I'm more of a competitor than just at fighting. Prepare yourselves. I'll show you how they do it in sermon way. Miriam and let's do this way. Miriam and Aviana, roll me your checks, my boys.
Fight.
That's not what I want. That's not good music.
Aviana is very much dancing in like almost like a fighting style. Think like Avatar-esque, like kind of it's like this is kind of what I know. I'm doing this.
Hell yeah, get it.
As Avi starts dancing, I'll be like, I didn't know you could dance so beautifully.
Oh my god! I'm afraid that Miriam manages to trip you up. You get distracted enough by his compliment that Aviana, you are outdanced in the first round of this. Gunwitch like, approaches into the group, smacking her fist into her hand.
Looks like it's time for a rematch.
Yep! Wouldn't have it any other way.
Let's go!
Oh no!
Wait. Oh, never mind.
That's hilarious!
So funny.
No, that and that. She also got a 1. They both nab 1.
Just doing the Peanuts dance.
You just see Quintus actually distracted by all the people like cheering for her, like
She's
and then
like,
she
looks
like
like
gets
it's time
distracted.
for a rematch, and you're just like, all right, let's go, and then you start like shuffling back and forth awkwardly, like, Lexi, you're up.
Want to cheer Lexi on?
Oh, that's not great.
You're cheering Lexi on.
Lexi a Bardic Inspiration.
Go ahead and roll Bardic Inspiration if you want to.
Yay!
You didn't give me a bardic inspiration, Kitty. What the fuck?
Okay, so we'll just remember that you got an 18. Then next after you is Thungra.
I'm like the lowest.
7.
Yes, get the fuck out of here!
Shocking no one. Ricard is going to go. He has a 16 is what he's got. Ooh. Fume, he takes a second, takes a deep breath in. The moment he starts dancing, his body erupts and the lava-like veins under his skin begin glowing brightly.
Oh my god, he killed us all.
He's killing.
He certainly
Everybody
killed
run!
me.
A sun expands out from where you are.
Fume was the sun all along.
It's like that episode of Star.
He got a
Who's the son of
13.
the party.
After him, that's gonna be Scarlet Hendrix. They only got a 12.
Good.
Oh my god.
They may be eliminated.
Fuck him
Good.
up.
Next up is the Flint boy. Oh, he did really bad.
Yes!
He got a 9.
Yes!
All right, Stag. Heckin', here you go. Stag got a 5. All right, F. Lewis, +3, let's go! He got a 15.
Yes!
Nice.
Go
Fortunately,
fuck
a couple of the
yourself.
people that should have done the best have lost, and a couple of 3 people that definitely shouldn't have won have also lost.
Hell yeah!
All right, those of you that remain. Heck, so we're gonna have to eliminate 4 people this time. I think that everyone that remains, we're gonna be doing just everybody rolling and then eliminating the 4 who Eliminating 3 lowest, and then the remaining 4 will go. Starting at the top, Quintus!
No!
Get it, buddy.
Goodbye, everybody.
That's not bad.
That's a 12. That's pretty good. All right, going around. Lyra, but intoxicated. So, Lyra is going to... She got an 11 because she rolled a 2. Lexi, you're up next.
This is
Oh,
ridiculous.
goddamn, alright.
That's a 15.
I need to leave.
Ricard continues to dance, his ensemble of swords moving behind him as he does something that would be very similar to disco.
Yes.
He gets an 11.
No!
No!
That tracks.
F. Lewis is going to go, doing a much more interpretive, full-body dance that is... A lot of stomping is involved.
F. Lewis, bro.
He got 20!
Damn, son!
Yes.
Miriam, you're the last one.
Kitty, please.
Go!
Oh no!
Kitty, no!
Good.
Oh,
no.
No! No! I wanted to leave with Lyra.
it's not right.
That's karma.
That's
No!
Miriam, Lyra,
No.
and Ricard.
No.
No.
Let's go!
Oh boy.
I got a 10. God, this
Flux,
sucks so bad.
You're up.
All right. Dubstep intensifies. Flash of genius.
15. We're eliminating 2 people this time. Lexi?
Lexi is going to do the cheeky dance.
You got me.
Oh, hell
Doing
yeah.
the
This is
cheetah dance.
adorable.
Oh, she's so
Oh!
Woo!
Well, I'm out.
Lexi!
All right, F. Lewis, it's on you, boy. Here we go!
dead.
He got a 1!
It's because all that mad shit you was talking.
Looks like the highest standard eliminated you. Bob, walking
You
this
are
way.
all-
So this is the power of the highest standard. I should have known.
Light fades. Flux
Oh,
and Lexi
shit.
remain.
Yeah.
Could not have hoped for a more worthy foe, Master Lexi.
You're right. Truly, I'm the better.
Because I am bad.
Just gonna roll it straight this time. Or I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Shit.
Yes, everyone use
Alright.
their inspiration, yes.
Oh,
How
not a
unfortunate.
strong start.
Damn!
It's literally impossible.
Cutting. No, I can't.
Well, Lexi
Yeah.
wins.
Dance it, girl.
Get it.
That's
Round
one for Lexi.
2.
Round 2.
I'm gonna use inspiration and my last flash of genius.
Oh, boy.
I need to push past my limits. I'm overheating, but gotta go for the
for it.
gold.
Wow.
So do I just explode?
Oh my god!
I think my arms and legs just like rocketed off of my body.
Sitting from the wings, the haste must be wearing off.
Oh my god.
What a backlash!
Oh, that's so good.
All right, Carrie,
His body
roll.
couldn't handle that amount of rock and roll.
There's no point. But let's
and then
do it.
floss.
Actually, you could theoretically lose.
Yeah.
And now do the last one just because.
Just so we know. Cool.
All right, Flux, come on.
Oh my god. So I'm like the Black Knight from Monty Python. I'm just a torso.
Flux, are you okay?
He danced too hard.
Is that you okay? She says, continuing to dance.
Continuing to floss at him.
Oh no.
I am objectively not okay, but I will give it my best shot.
In your last
How does
fucking
this
5
happen?
rolls! In your last In your last 5 rolls, you rolled 4 1s and a 2. 4 1s and a 2.
You hear
I died for this
you
battle.
hear coming from up top where Lady is, you just hear a slowly building Vogan! 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 Which starts to spread into the crowd as various other people, Effluus included, Scandal included, all begin to chant at Vogan to get involved.
Look at him. Give him the fucking, come on. Bring it on, boy.
Like a final boss, I step forward.
We're gonna do this the same way. Best 2 out of 3.
All right.
As you get up, there's just a resounding yeah! I'm caught up in the moment.
19!
All right.
Damn it!
She keeps doing the floss. All right.
Much better,
Lexi gets
thank
the
you,
first
Master
one.
Quintus.
Second time. Let's go.
Get it, Vogan!
Oh, shit, my dude.
So we're gonna consider that one to be a tie.
All right.
Get it!
Busting a move!
God. That's where all my good rolls went. Siphoned my
Thank you
gas
for letting
tank.
me your power, Flux. Your juicy power.
Holy shit.
Oh! Yeah! All right. So it's all tied up with 2 points apiece. We need a tiebreaker. All right. Let's have it.
Oh my god.
I'm putting a point of inspiration.
Watch you get 2 20s. If he gets 2 20s, I'm giving it to him.
That's bullshit. What if I get
I feel like you
220s?
just cursed.
Then I don't know. 17. It's anyone's game.
Oh, it all comes down to this. Lexi girl, here we go.
Right after
Let's
the
go,
Smirkwire
Lexi.
launches his attack.
No! You rolled 3! 8! What the fuck?
Holy crap.
Queen of
Vogan,
Dance, Lexi Hendricks.
they bust the final move. As they do, the sound of a blade shattering echoes out from nowhere. Vogan is pushed back by some unseen force, back down to his knees, as Lexi strikes her final victorious pose. Both of them beautifully silhouetted against the setting sun through the archways that lead outside. And that was most entertaining.
You're welcome.
I believe with that concluded, those that are still in the tournament, please head up to the upper floor. It is time that we announce who is going to be getting the sponsorships in the battles to come, and who you'll be fighting tomorrow.
Let's go.
You guys, where's
Let's go.
Fenris? She needs to go.
And where's
I heard a bit of screaming earlier.
She's probably dead.
You guys would see for the first time, first of all, you'd see a relatively fucking flushed Tantia and Fenris. They both look somewhat tired out. As you go out, though, you guys, this will be the first time seeing heckin' this.
Oh!
The brass armor that Tantia's wearing now and her hair down for the first time.
Damn Fenris.
Damn. You did good, girl.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Seeing her, Aviana is like just kind of just smiling. Just like, nice.
I suppose that's the end of our scheduled programming for the night. There's one last thing that we need to impart upon you. Competitors, you're going to find out who you'll be facing tomorrow so you can make the proper preparations. Now, reminder that anything you've received as a sponsorship you can keep and does not count against the item limit that we placed on you in the tournament. As a sign of good faith as well. Though the rules previously stated you would lose our sponsorships if you failed, we are going to allow you to keep them. And now, to get to this, the matches, as decided by impartial parties, who have done a little bit of sleuthing into the personal relationships of our many competitors, have decided the matches will be as such for the third round. The first round tomorrow. Fenris Selberon and Tantia Varia. Hey, Bread.
Uh-oh.
Are you prepared to be broken as a person?
Oh no! Rip me off like a
Dance Rainbow.
Oh,
Give it a sec.
Logan, you can't show this on stream. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm not doing
Dear God.
Oh my god, they're fucking fire and ice!
The round after that will be the Lady vs. Blister vs. Windrake. The third match tomorrow. And this is bound to be a heated one. Keen von Haku vs. Vogan.
Yes!
Yeah. Expected that.
We've all seen this
Yes, yes, yes,
before.
yes, yes.
We've all seen
but-
this
I don't
one.
care, it's still dope.
I love it.
Oh, I
so
love it so much.
So good.
And which leaves, of course, the final competitors who will wrap up the matches tomorrow. Quintus Valorbilt vs. Murkwire.
Oh,
Indeed.
What could this be?
Oh wow.
Amazing.
Oh.
Oh yes! That's the other side. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And with that, we wish you all a good night. The party will continue for several hours yet, but make sure you get your rest, because the Glass Crown continues tomorrow! We are going to end game for today.
I'm so happy.
All right, YouTube, we're gonna take off and we'll see you guys next week. Gosh darn.
Bye, you
Hope you guys enjoyed today. This was a big game for what's coming up. Later, taters.